Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Coffee Time with Grandpa. And guess what? I'm Grandpa. I want to welcome you and with wholehearted, a big hug. And hopefully down the road, you will become a subscriber. Subscribe today if you can. I am always available. I hope you have definitely found my channel. And now I want to tell you a little bit about my channel and what I'm all about, because a lot of people uh, just don't understand my channel correctly. I am a spiritual channel. I hope that down the road you also become very spiritual, because we are living in some harsh times, and it's always important to keep yourself centered, keep yourself in that spiritual realm where you can be a loving husband, a loving father, a loving grandfather, maybe a loving great grandfather if you live long enough. Uh, I bring spiritual messages. I bring common day uh, answers to questions that you might have. I bring a lot of information on how to live a very spiritual and simple life. I bring messages of hope and clarity on what's going on in the world. I am a pagan by faith. I am a Wiccan by religion, because Wicca is a religion. And I bring you along this journey so you may learn and understand where I am coming from and to view my perspective. I hope to help people along the way to live a more joyous and a more happy life. Uh, Now, I got that out of the way. How is everybody doing out there? I always ask these questions because it's so important that if you're struggling right now, which is a majority of Americans in this country, we are struggling. The majority of the poor and the middle class are barely getting by, and some of us are not getting by at all, living on very little money. And with these high prices, I try to bring wisdom to my channel to help you along the way, to be able to feed your family, to be able to get medical care for your family, to take care of your elders, to take care of your children. There's just so many things to talk about. My mind is constantly astounded at all the problems we have in this world and how very few of these problems we seem to be solving. We seem to be just looking the other way and not paying attention to what is going on in the world. Uh, I also want to remind everybody that we have the upcoming Litha, which is June 21st. That's on the pagan calendar. And that's the summer solstice coming up, where it's a day in the middle of the month, there on the 20th to 21st, where becomes the brightest day of the year, where we start enjoying summer, but summer will, from here on, from that point on, will be waning little by little and heading towards fall. It's a celebration of the sun. It's a celebration of the summer solstice, where the sun peaks with its brightness. It's also on the Wiccan calendar. It's considered one of our Sabbaths that we have. Of course, we have 4 Sabbaths every month. And it's an expression of joy and growth and the connection we have with nature. This is so important to everybody, to connect with nature, to be in tune with nature. Do not be out of balance with nature, because your life will be very, very miserable. if you're out of balance. Try to always stay in tune with the right vibrations. And most pagans understand what I'm talking about. If you're not a pagan, you may not understand completely what I'm trying to explain, but it's also a great way for a person to live their life with joy and happiness. And joy and happiness is in short supply this year. 2026, 2026 has been a uh, very complicated year, and it's been a year of struggle for many. And I hope I am bringing some news to you that will lift you up and lift your spirits up, and that you become more joyous and more happy. Now, tonight is the full moon coming up for the month. Usually it's around the first part of the month or the end of the month when we get these full moons. We get usually one a month. On rare occasions we might have two full moons in one month, but tonight is the full moon, and as other pagans know, that is the night that I always do my moon rituals outside and send my the requests that I've received for prayer to whatever problems that you might be having. I will write them down on a piece of paper, put them in my cauldron, and burn them on the outside and let the smoke go into the heavens with your prayer requests. So send in those prayer requests. Comment on my comment section on my YouTube video and say, hey, Grandpa, can you pray for me? I'm having some health problems. Pray for me, and I will definitely pray for you. It's a blessing that I have received multitudes of blessings over and over again, and I hope everybody is in good health and good spirits out there. Uh, don't forget also that it's so important during Litha, which is the summer solstice, to set up your altar at home and make sure that you represent this time of summer solstice on your altar by lighting your candles, by putting sunflowers maybe around your altar. Because the sunflower represents the summer solstice in a lot of different religions and a lot of different faiths around the world. The sunflower represents the sun. That's why they call them the sunflower, because it looks like the sun. Isn't that incredible that you can look at a flower and I have always been astonished by looking at flowers and trees and the birds, and I always see the the representative of the gods in our nature. A flower to me represents God. Um, it's I always see a lot of God's miracles and a lot of God's faith in nature, and most pagans do also. Now, I hope everybody's been doing good. There's not much to update you on. My last video I posted was for my outdoor garden, and I was sort of giving a little tour about my garden and what's happening into my garden. And recently here in Nebraska, we've gotten a lot of rain, which was a blessing to us because we were in a drought. And now that we've received a little bit of rain, not a whole lot, but we've received some rain, that'll help alleviate the drought situation in the panhandle of Nebraska. So our gardens seem to be doing better. They seem to be reviving. Out in the fields, the wildflowers are starting to bloom. Finally, we are getting marigolds or seeds. They're coming up. The marigolds are starting to come up, and all of our vegetables in the vegetable garden seem to be doing okay. Our tomatoes have recovered from this cold snap. Of course, I have not planted my peppers outside yet because they really need 60 to 70 degree temperatures for them to flourish. So I'm waiting a few more days before I set out my pepper plants. Otherwise, the garden is doing good. I'm watering them when needed. Uh, I'm using every tool that I have in my gardener's toolbox to try to have a good harvest this year. And I'm going to bring everybody along. So stay tuned. Uh, I will be reporting on a regular basis about the progress in my garden. And anything that comes up of interest, I will be filming it and bringing it to y'all. So stay tuned to Grandpa's channel, Coffee Time with Grandpa. Make sure you subscribe. There's always, you like my channel, you share it with your friends and neighbors, and you put a little comment down because it helps this old man out so much to help my channel grow and to bring my messages that I bring and my wisdom that I bring to the channel. And I hope I am helping people out because that's the sole purpose of this, is to record uh, the wisdom that I've accumulated in 74 years of life, and passing that wisdom down as we have from generation to generation. We passed our wisdom down to our family and friends. And that is the mission of this channel, to become more aware of your surroundings and to try to live a better life, try to live a simpler life because of this recession that we are in. It's not going to get too much better in the near future, but there is light at the end of the tunnel coming. So always keep the faith. Always remember, Grandpa loves you. He's sending his blessings out to you. And guess what? I will see you next time. Bye bye.